Hey guys, what's going on? Joe Podge here, and today we're going to be taking a look at a special kind of review on my channel. This is a Winchester rifle, and it is the real deal. Now, first thing I'd like to note about it is the gold trigger. Right there, that's gold. I know it's kind of weird to tell on the camera, but it's gold. And I think I learned this from my teacher in class, my economics teacher and government teacher. I think a golden trigger is a Remington. Remingtons are known to have a gold trigger, or some other company. I forget which one, but leave a comment if you know which company. I forgot, but yeah, we're going to be looking at this gun and the view from the other side. This is just an amazing gun. It's super heavy. This was like a old, well, you could use these in, like, you know, the cowboy days or whatever, but like the 1900s, and when they started making these lever action rifles. It's very nice, and it's really old too, so if you can look at the quality, it's great after so many years. So yeah, let's take a look at this in the hand. I'll show you just by, you can tell just how heavy it is by me holding it. It's huge. Kind of looks like a BAR, a bar rifle from far away, except, you know, a bar would have a magazine right there and it'd be much bigger. But yeah, so this gun is heavy. Let me show you the iron sights if I can. So yeah, it's a long, very long gun. Let me show you another view in the sun. So yeah, you got the thing that cocks back right here, and don't worry, it's not loaded. I've cleared the chamber many times, and even if there was like a round stuck in there and not stuck in there, it wouldn't fire because the pin has to hit a certain amount of distance between the bullet before it fires. So let me set this up in a different angle, and I'll show you guys even more of this. So now that we have the actual rifle in my hands, I'm going to show you just how big this thing is. This is my arm. My arm's pretty big, and pretty thick too. So compared to how long this thing is, I can extend my arm all the way on the screen, and you can almost get to my fingertips. But this, if I start from the barrel, it just goes and goes and goes. You know, this thing is huge. So we'll get a little shot of what it looks like down the barrel, and very nice gun. It also has a nice, gosh, it has such an amazing sound when you cock it back. So, hold on. There we go. And obviously, as you know, hopefully, when you pull this back, once you shoot, pow, you do that. Just kick this metal piece right here, that silver metal piece. All it does is just sends the hammer back, and then the empty shell ejects from right there in that port. I know it's kind of hard to see. And then when you do this, you pull it forward, a new round comes up, and it doesn't come up, it loads it into the rifle. So yeah, to reload it, what you would do is, okay, so you go firing, okay, you're out eventually. It wouldn't be 5 rounds, it'd probably be a little more than what I did. So, okay, you pull out some more shells, and then right here, usually in this slot, you can put more rounds. This is usually where they want to go. So if you usually put one first to start in the top, just so there's a shell. Sorry, you can't see my face, my beautiful mug. Then you put the remaining in like this little slot right here. It's just very hard to see, but there's that big one, there's a little one. You put the remaining in the big one. So you're done, pow, pop it out. Last shell goes flying. Load one up in the top, and then this thing can't push down when this is out. So you have to close it. So one round's already ready to fire. So if you wanted, pow, I guess you could just keep doing this, but it'd be so slow. So what you'd actually do is fire, eject, first round in the top, and then when you close it, now you can put rounds in there, in this little slot right here. So then you'd push, and actually yeah, you put, the rounds aren't that big, so you could fit them right in there, but this is hard to push. So yeah, so we're going to name now the pros and cons of this weapon. Pros, great distance, and this thing does some damage, because the rounds are like this big, the shell's about that big, so you're getting about that much of real damage. Kick is about this much. This thing kicks back. I've fired many guns, a lot in my lifetime. This gun kicks, okay, it is a beast. So yeah, and it's good for long range, fast firing, but One thing that it kind of messes with the soldiers, or it's just very uncomfortable, is after doing this a while, it's not the easiest to pull this back. Now, if the first pullback is the hardest, and you close it and you shoot, and again, when we shoot, we consider it the first pullback because that's when it's the hardest. But if I do this, say I did the first pullback after I shot, and I keep doing this, you can do this all day with these fingers, and it won't be tired. But when you fire, you have to pull the hammer back, which means I'm doing this all day, and so the tops of my fingers along the bottom portion beneath the knuckle of my fingers are going to get sore and tired, and eventually you're gonna. Some soldiers, what they would do is they'd fire, and they'd switch arms because their fingers would get that bad. Some would even bleed. I guess it just depends on how long you get used to it, obviously, but it's still, after doing this all day, your pinky especially and your ring finger is really going to get tired. So yeah, so real wood, thick wood, dense wood, real metal. Dude, this gun is just awesome. You know, it's a very nice gun, and I just like doing that. Just messing around with it because I think it's cool. I don't know, when I do that, I imagine a little shell popping out. I'm just being a kid. But so yes, like I said again, this is real. This is not airsoft or anything. This is a real rifle. It's not loaded, obviously, because I can, you know, it's not going to fire. So yeah, this is a very aesthetically pleasing gun too. If you like to look at guns and whatnot, yeah. And also, it's got these strap holders that you clip it onto that side and that side, so you're not carrying it like this all day or like this all day. You're carrying it over your shoulder, so your shoulder could get tired too. This thing weighs about 2.5, actually about 3 to 4 pounds, maybe 5. It's heavy. All metal, all wood, nothing fake on here because it's a real gun, obviously. Iron sights, they aren't the best. What people would do in the old days is if it was a really sunny day, you could probably do it on a cloudy day if you had some light reflection. Lick your finger, rub it on the top of the iron sight, and then if the sun hits it just right, you could really shine it up and it'd be much easier to see. Or soldiers also would lick 2 fingers, rub it on it. They'd have like a lubricant that they could carry with them, something like a lubricant that they would use. It was something to do with horses or something that they lubed up something that they could use on their rifles too, to get the iron sight to shine if they had difficulty seeing. And I'm not lying about this. Iron sights are great, but if you were aiming at the dark and these didn't have like green tips or illuminated tips on the iron sights, your iron sight would basically get all lost in the darkness and you couldn't be able to see what you were shooting. But yeah, so overall this gun 10 out of 10 just because I like it, you know. Very nice gun. So again, we're going to do the reloading sequence, the shooting and reloading sequence fully this time, so I'm not going to stutter and confuse you. So you start out, you could also pull down the first time if you wanted with the hammer and do it, but you're still going to have to do that. And a lot of soldiers would do that. They would, when they had it loaded and they were carrying it and they saw an enemy or something, they would just shoot and they'd pull it out, cock the first back because it's easier than, it saves you doing that. But you still have to do it because the only reason this is here is to eject around. So reloading sequence. Oh no, see an enemy, pull it out. You do that, shoot, but here's the one that they normally do. Pull it out. That's already cocked back. Shoot. 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 Fingers are already getting tired. Shoot. Empty. 1 round. Close. Round in the smaller slot. Rounds full. Then you don't have to do that, but they do that and then ready to go. So now we're going to get some aesthetic shots. You guys are really going to like these.